Okay, this is the night before D-Day, and here's my winter load. The pack weighs 46.2 pounds, everything that you see there. So that's 3 quarts of water, 1 full MRE is not stripped down, a couple of Mountain House meals, the single servings, and some ramen, and of course everything else like, you know, cook set and all that good stuff. It's my snowshoes. I got the boots to go with it. It's inside. There's some water bottles in the side there. That makes a quart. And here's a GI 2-quart canteen. Easy access out here. And again, this is the current rendition of the Marine Corps' backpack, the FILBE, with a Mystery Ranch frame. So I got everything in there, my whole winter load. I was able to put everything in there, except for the snowshoes, of course. If you look at the side, I took out the panel here, the material panel here that has MOLLE on it, and you could slip stuff in the sleeve. I could slip this in the sleeve and everything, but I wanted to save weight, and I cut it out. So I saved like 4 ounces there, 4 or 5 ounces on both sides. And that's what she looks like. There's the Mystery Ranch Guide Light frame. Not the nice frame, but the Guide Light frame. And it fits like a glove. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow morning. As you can see, it looks like I got some good ventilation here. I had this fleece here all this time, and yeah, I am sweating. No big deal. But that's my fault for not regulating my temperature and sweat. But there's a lot of ventilation here. So I got all this to cool down. Where in some of the other packs that I had, the ILBE, it comes up way up against you, so you know there's no airflow around here. So far so good. Right now we're at 1.63 miles now, and we climbed 85 feet. Not much, but it was a gradual incline. It's a rolling terrain here, so this is pretty much what it looks like on my back. If you notice, the Mystery Ranch frame ends right here, and the pack itself only goes down maybe 1 or 2 inches below that. So I would say this is a good size, and it's sized and placed on my back just right. It's not drooping down onto my butt or anything, so no problem there. Most of the weight is on my hips, and some of the other packs like the Mystery Ranch nice frame with a crew cab pack on it, that made my legs sort of lose circulation. Circulation was cut off from my legs because the hip pad was a bit too tight on me or whatever, and then the lumbar support I think was a little bit too big, where it pressed up against my spinal column. I had the same problem with the Marine Corps ILBE pack. Same problems there. My legs would lose circulation, and it was difficult hiking past a mile. I would have to loosen it up and ride the pack on my shoulders. But so far, 1.6 miles, I have no issues of that sort. It's really comfortable. I would have to say this is like the most comfortable pack I ever worn. Not that I have a whole bunch, you know, a lot of military surplus. But as far as military surplus, this is the most comfortable, and I attribute that to the Mystery Ranch Guide Light frame from their hunting series. I think it's doing the job for me really well. And the pack, it don't matter what pack you put on the back there, but this one here seems to be okay. So give you a 360. As far as twist, we'll do a, I don't know if you could, I'm not constricted like I would if with another pack. So if I do alternating toe touches, not too bad. And I got roughly 47 pounds, give or take. This is my actual winter pack here. This is either going to be a blooper segment or I will negotiate that log. Usually this trail is pretty clear. It's a well-maintained trail, but I guess that tree just decided to give up and topple over and get in my way. So a good opportunity for a really easy obstacle there. Let's see how the pack does. Alright, not bad. The weight or the weight and the load on my back didn't shift that much. It wasn't that bad. Then again, it's not much of an obstacle either. So we're at the 2.7 mile mark here, and I'm just taking a little break here and strip down some layers. Get down to my t-shirt here because I'm sweating pretty good now, so I want to, you know, manage that as the best I can. But the pack, I would have to say, is doing really well. Circulation to my legs is not being cut off with those other problems that I've had before with other packs. So that right there is a bonus. You can see the hip belt right here. This part right here is not too big, and I have to say it does ride comfortably. Most of the weight is being handled by the hip pad, the waist belt. The transfer of the load is mostly there, and I got just minimal on my shoulders right here. 2.7 miles in with 47 pounds, 48 pounds. I would say no problems with my traps, my shoulders. I'm good to go there. Like I said, this is my winter load, and everything is pretty much encased in the main duffel bag. Got my shelter sleep system down here, which I have access to separately from the main compartment. And then the main compartment I got extra insulation and crampons, boots for my snowshoes. You know, I forgot to take my trekking poles, but that's alright, I don't really need them. Yeah, this thing is pretty good. They say that packs like these, like the LB, the Alice, and the FILBE here, and I'm pretty sure the Army's Molly 2 pack are built for 18 to 35-year-olds in the prime of their health and fitness. Not for, you know, old geezers like me, middle-aged guy. I'm 49 years old. But I tell you what, if you get the for me at least, it's my own opinion, the Mystery Ranch guide light frame, it just pushed this up to, I would say, if you're 60, 65, even 70 now, which I hope to, you know, continue my efforts here. So this thing here goes from you know, 15-year-olds all the way up to, you know, 75-year-olds in good shape to handle this with an average of 50 pounds on your back in this configuration right here. No problems at all. I'm negotiating this pack like you wouldn't believe. I'm really impressed with this setup right here. Though, I'm saying that at 2.7 miles. The whole trek will be something like 9 miles, but I think I'm going to take a detour that goes over the mountain to the other side, and then I would have to hike my way back down to the car around the mountain. So I don't know how long that'll be, but it will definitely be longer than 8-9 miles. My sort of tipping point where I turn into a sniveling little, you know, schoolgirl would be 12 miles. 12 miles, I begin to show the weakness, at least for me, and all the hiking that I've done in the past, testing out packs and, you know, terrain and stuff like that. 12 miles is the tipping point. If I can make it past 12 miles in relatively, you know, good shape, then for me, this is the bomb. All right, gonna get some water, and if you notice, I'm not using a bladder. I'm using the USGI 2 quart canteen. Like I said, this is my winter load, and the drink tube out of the bladders freeze up in the winter, and I know that by experience. Okay guys, I'm gonna load up and go. Okay, I don't know if you can make that out, but we're at 4.9 miles. So I made it up here. There's the lookout. So far, walk in up here, 4.9 miles. The trip, I did that in, got some statistics here. I averaged 1.8 miles an hour. The total time to get up here is 2 hours and 40 minutes. 4.9 miles, like I said, and an elevation climb from start to up here was 1,260 feet. So that's how much of a climb I took up here. It was a gradual incline, you know, not too steep in certain areas. It was gradual, pretty much, all up here, all uphill rather. And so far so good. And for someone doing this cold turkey, because I haven't hiked anywhere in, like, I want to say almost a year, 6 months at least. I've just been, you know, just working really hard and being a couch potato and stuff. I got to get my ass up here again, or doing this stuff to get back into shape. But not bad for a domestic sloth, temporarily. So of course the view up here is awesome, and that's one of the perks of hiking up here. And as far as the pack, this thing is the bomb. This combination right here, USGI Franken pack here, with the mystery wrench, guide light frame, and Marine Corps FILBE pack. And as you can see, it fits like a glove, seriously. As I mentioned before, here's the bottom of the pack, and it's parallel with the bottom of the hip belt there. Load transfer was really good. I don't feel my traps at all. No problems there. Like I said, I took out the molly on the side here, and that didn't affect it any. And you can see with the compression straps, you got 2 here, 2 on the other side, 2 in the back, and 1 internally inside the pack here, and 1 in here where your sleep system goes in. And you can see the profile of this pack, the side profile, that is pretty much flat and up against your back there. If this was a Alice pack, the large Alice pack, this load would have been up back this much at least with the gear that I got in there, if I didn't use any compression strap. But the Alice pack doesn't have any compression strap, so all that load would have been, you know, shifted backwards, pulling me back. And you can imagine that would suck. But this thing, you know, it keeps it nice and tug up against your back there. And it felt really good coming up here. No problems whatsoever. None at all. Handled the load just fine. Total weight, like I said, is 47 pounds. And this is my full winter load for at least a week out in, you know, out here if this was a winter wonderland, which is awesome for me. And everything is pretty much kept inside the pack except for the shoes. They're outside. And I actually have easy access to get into stuff. I got a lot of my incidentals in here, you know, knife, fire making, and water purification and stuff like that. I got that 2-quart canteen, and I also got another one inside, empty as well, along with 4 ways of making fire. I have a Steri pen and Sawyer, mini Sawyer with the bag and drip system for it, and yeah, pretty good. I got some extra sort of puffy insulation for the winter inside the pack, so it looks like it weighs 120 pounds, which is the load, you know, the top maximum for the pack here, but it is just very bulky. It's light, it's relatively light, but bulky. And going on a couple of winter hikes in the past, I just didn't like how it all overflowed outside the pack, where I have to strap it outside here, and it was just very awkward. But this here was the bee's knees. And the thing is somewhat relatively light for me, but then again, it's got that USGI toughness. And of course, this can't be a vintage Gorilla Comm.
Please walk on by, walk on by.